Ninjago has had many seasons over the years, some good, and some not so good. Crystallized was the finale of the main show. It's continuing, but under a new title. However, what if there was a different season that ended the beloved show? Let's find out. Spoiler warning to anyone who hasn't watched any season of Ninjago. Before we begin, I want to give honorable mentions. Season 2 and 7. These aren't on here because they were originally written as finales. Heck, Season 2 technically was. However, the show was so popular that they rebooted the show and made the very controversial third season of the show. Season 7's ending also didn't get written how it originally was, so it wasn't very finale-like. Seasons 3, 4, and 13. If the final scenes that set up the next seasons were cut from each of their finales, they would be amazing endings to the show. Now, with those out of the way, let's get into this. We will be going in chronological order, starting with my personal favorite, Season 5. This season has a very finale vibe to it. Nia becomes a ninja and unlocks her true potential in this season. Also in the final episode, Lloyd wears his father's robe and leads the team like a pro. Shame Season 7 ruined that arc. Moro also had a very tragic ending, and it's just something I really love. And there's also a motivational speech at the end about change. No scene to set up Skybound. They just end it with the perfect shot. This is also one of the most universally loved seasons, so they would have made a good choice to end it here. However, Ninjago was just starting to hit their stride around this time, so I'm glad it continued. Up next, we have a very controversial one. Season 10. Okay, hear me out on this one. I know this season didn't use its full potential, but it still has a very finale vibe to it. It even has the end at the end of the season, for heaven's sake. In this season's finale, Nia accepts Jay's proposal, which brings their little arc to a very natural end. Garmadon gets a fine ending, not terrible, and Lloyd meets the first Ninja Master himself. Everything feels naturally concluded here. This would probably make a pretty happy ending to the show. However, the next entry on this list would bring so many tears to fans' eyes if it was the end. For our final season on this list, we have Seabound. Okay, I know this is technically season 14, but it's so controversial which season it actually is. I'm just going to call it Seabound. Anyway, the ending of the season is, wow, it's so tragic. It's just so sad. We see Nia reach her natural end here, along with a genuinely heartbreaking goodbye between her and Jay. Of course, it's easier to watch this scene now because we know she returns later, but still, it hits hard. This could have been the sad ending for the show, and I think most people can see why. If I had to pick one of these seasons to be the official end, I would pick Season 10. Unlike the other two, which were basically asking to be continued off of, Season 10 only really has Garmadon leaving at the end to finish off later, which isn't touched until Crystallized. And even then, this is actually not a terrible place to put him at the end of a character arc. I don't mind his arc in Crystallized, but at the same time, I like this too. This isn't bad. That's all for now, guys. Hope you like the new direction I'm taking things. Thanks for watching. Happy 3-year anniversary to this channel, and goodbye for now.